But what if I told you that nestled inside could be one special penny, a rare gem from 2006 with a D mint mark, worth not $100, not $10,000, but a staggering $1.1 million? Yes, 1 cent. That could buy you a luxury home, a high-end sports car, or even fund your early retirement. Welcome to a story of opportunity hidden in plain sight. You're not just watching a video about coins, you're unlocking a secret known to only a handful of collectors, investors, and the sharpest eyes in the numismatic world. This isn't about luck. This is about awareness, timing, and recognizing the silent wealth sitting right under our noses. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand why the 2006 mint mark Lincoln penny has become one of the most sought-after coins in America, but you'll also learn how to spot one yourself. And believe me, you won't want to miss what makes this tiny copper coin worth more than its weight in gold. Let's dive deeper into what makes the 2006 Lincoln penny so special. Minted in Denver during a period when errors were increasingly rare due to technological advancements, this penny defied the odds. It's not just another coin, it's a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and minting mistakes that slip past inspection and into circulation. What makes it so valuable? The coin in question carries an ultra-rare double-die reverse error, visible under magnification, where Lincoln's memorial shows subtle yet unmistakable doubling. In other cases, collectors have found off-center strikes, die breaks near Lincoln's shoulder, and even floating roof anomalies. These aren't ordinary production quirks. These are anomalies that numismatic experts drool over and wealthy collectors pay a premium to acquire. Now here's a question to jolt your attention. What if the penny you just dropped on the floor while doing laundry is worth more than your car? Sounds ridiculous, right? But so did the idea of a Bitcoin being worth over $60,000. Yet here we are. This 2006 mint mark Lincoln penny is no longer just a coin, it's a status symbol among elite collectors. And the moment it hit auction blocks, it sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. One specimen graded in pristine condition with a well-documented error was auctioned off for a jaw-dropping $1.1 million. Since then, the market demand has only intensified, and experts believe that price could climb even higher in the coming years. The excitement is real. These pennies are being hunted in drawers, inherited coin jars, and estate sales. The clock is ticking, and the fewer untouched collections remain, the more valuable the remaining coins become. Here's the truth. There's a limited number of these 2006 pennies with the critical errors still in existence, and most people will never know they had one until it's gone. That's the fear, and the opportunity. You could be holding on to life-changing wealth without realizing it. Are you going to let it pass by? You might be thinking. Sure, sounds great, but is it really that easy? The answer is, yes, but only if you know what to look for. And now you do. This isn't about collecting coins for fun. It's about creating wealth in unconventional ways. It's about taking control of your financial destiny through forgotten treasures, learning how to evaluate your old pennies, and turning copper into gold. Because, as we've seen with the 2006 mint mark Lincoln penny, the potential for million-dollar value is very real and very present. Imagine showing up to a coin show with what you thought was a common penny, only to walk out a millionaire. That's not fiction, that's history repeating itself. The next story could be yours. Now, don't just sit on this knowledge. Go check your stash, yes, even the ones taped to that old fridge magnet or hidden in the junk drawer. Every second you delay could be one less penny in circulation waiting to be found out. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to subscribe because we're just getting started. There are more coins like this, more hidden fortunes waiting to be discovered. This channel is your vault to coin knowledge, millionaire insights, and the kind of strategies that turn ordinary lives into extraordinary legacies. Your eyes glaze over the sea of copper coins, and then, bam, you spot a simple 1993 Lincoln penny. You flip it around and think nothing of it. But what if I told you that little penny, that exact year and mint mark, could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.2 million? Yes, you heard that right. A coin most people overlook has become one of the most sought-after rarities in the American coin market today. Hold on to your seat, because we're diving into the story behind this hidden treasure, why collectors are scrambling to find it, and what makes this penny a golden ticket for those lucky enough to own it. And if you're wondering, could I be sitting on a fortune and not even know it? The answer might shock you. You'll want to stay with me until the end, because the information I'm about to reveal could literally change your financial future. The 1993 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver at a time when most Americans didn't give coins much thought. But deep within a limited batch, something extraordinary happened, a rare die error that altered the coin's composition and physical features just enough to make it a 1-in-a-million find. Some of these coins were struck on the wrong planchet, others had doubling in the date or Lincoln's profile, and a few were misaligned during the minting process, giving them the kind of oddities collectors dream of. The market, once quiet, has now exploded in demand. Coin collectors, investors, even wealthy estate buyers are offering 6- and 7-figure payouts for pristine versions of this rare penny. One era coin in mint state condition recently fetched a staggering $1.2 million at a private auction. That's right, something once casually tossed into a pocket is now competing with vintage Ferraris and beachfront real estate in terms of value. Think about that. You could be sitting on a life-changing asset and not even realize it. Still think pennies aren't worth your time? And here's where things get even more exciting. This isn't a fairy tale for the elite or a collector's fantasy. These coins are still in circulation, hiding in junk drawers, old piggy banks, inherited coin collections, even rolled change sitting in bank vaults across the country. So why not you? Why not today? Now, real quick, have you ever ignored a penny on the sidewalk? Yeah? Congratulations, you might have just kicked away $1 million. Just imagine the regret if someone else finds it before you do. Here's what you need to do: start hunting smart. Check your 1993 D. Lincoln pennies under bright light. Look for doubled dies, off-center strikes, or any unusual wear patterns. If you're unsure, have them evaluated by a reputable third-party grading service like PCGS or NGC. A verified error could catapult your coin from pocket change to powerful wealth. The coin market is heating up, especially as more people look for alternative investments in uncertain economic times. Rare coins, especially high-value errors like the 1993 D penny, are in exceptionally high demand. Collectors are competing fiercely, and that demand is driving values higher than ever. We're in a moment where timing is everything, and the window of opportunity may not stay open forever. Don't wait for someone else to find their fortune while you sit on yours unknowingly. There's excitement, urgency, and yes, even a little fear in realizing how easily wealth could slip through your fingers unnoticed. But here's the good news: you're already ahead of the curve just by watching this video. You're now equipped with the knowledge that most people will never hear. And that knowledge? It's the foundation of your next great financial move. Before you go, ask yourself, have I truly looked at my change with the eyes of a treasure hunter? Or have I let wealth pass through my fingers disguised as something ordinary? If you found this video insightful, powerful, or just plain jaw-dropping, make sure you subscribe now and turn on the notifications bell so you never miss a chance to turn your pocket change into prosperity. Because here, we don't just talk about coins, we talk about the lifestyle they can create. A simple 1973 Lincoln penny, no mint mark, hiding quietly in your collection, could be worth a staggering $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, one penny, $1.3 million. This isn't a fantasy or wishful thinking. It's the real story behind one of America's most underrated numismatic treasures. But here's the catch: only a select few know what to look for. Will you be one of them? Now, before you brush it off and go back to your coffee, ask yourself, what if you've already held one of these rare coins in your hand, and let it go? That thought alone sends shivers down the spine of even the most casual coin collectors. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable, and how to tell if the one sitting in your drawer could be your ticket to a wealthy lifestyle. Let's rewind to 1973. America was shifting socially, politically, and economically. Amidst this transition, the U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies, but not all were created equal. Most 1973 Lincoln pennies carry a D or S mint mark, indicating their origin from Denver or San Francisco. But then, there are the no mint mark pennies. These were minted in Philadelphia, and under the right circumstances, a few left the mint with extraordinary errors. These aren't just any errors. We're talking striking anomalies, off-center impressions, double dyes, and rare copper compositions, the kind of minting mistakes that make collectors' hearts race. Combine that with the absence of a mint mark in pristine condition, and you've got a coin that collectors will pay a fortune for. In fact, one of these rare beauties recently sold for $1.3 million in a private auction. It didn't happen by chance. It happened because someone like you recognized what they had. Could lightning strike twice? Absolutely, because these coins are still out there, hiding in change jars, old dressers, and forgotten shoeboxes across America. How can a tiny metal disc be worth more than a luxury sports car or even a house? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. When a coin like this surfaces, wealthy collectors jump into a bidding frenzy. They're not just buying copper, they're buying history, legacy, and status. And here's the kicker: prices are climbing. Demand is sky high, and supply? Practically vanishing. Let's interrupt our numismatic deep dive with a humorous thought. Somewhere out there, someone probably tipped a barista with $1 million penny, and neither of them had a clue. Makes you want to double-check that change, doesn't it? So what does this mean for you right now? It means opportunity and urgency. That 1973 no mint mark penny you ignored could be the one. But don't just look for any old penny. Examine the date. Study the surface. Look for doubling on Lincoln's face, errors in the lettering, or unusual coloration. And if it's in near mint condition, you might want to sit down before checking its value. These coins are rare, they're in high demand, and coin dealers across the country are scrambling to secure them. Here's the emotional truth: some people discovered this too late. They gave away their fortune at face value. Don't let that be your story. You owe it to yourself and your future to take this seriously. Your dream of selling old coins and building generational wealth doesn't start with gold bars or offshore investments. It starts in your pocket. As we close, let me leave you on a cliffhanger. There's another Lincoln penny even rarer than the 1973 no mint mark version, one that could break the $2 million mark, and yes, I'll be revealing everything in my next video. But until then, go check your coins. Now. Not tomorrow. Because your $1 million moment might be just a coin flip away. And if you found this video eye-opening, inspiring, or just downright thrilling, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell icon, and join a community that knows exactly how to turn copper into cash. This isn't just coin collecting. This is wealth building, legacy making, life-changing treasure hunting. We're talking about the 1971 no mint mark Lincoln penny, an ordinary-looking coin with an extraordinary story. This coin is not just rare, it's a hidden treasure, sitting silently in change jars and sock drawers across the country, waiting to be discovered. If you've ever dreamed of turning old change into serious cash, this might be the most important video you ever watch. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, "It's just a penny," let me ask you something. How many times have you overlooked what could have been your golden ticket? The truth is, thousands of people are waking up to the booming world of coin collecting, and right now, this 1971 Lincoln penny is at the center of that gold rush. But what makes this particular coin worth more than most people's annual salary, or even their house? And how do you know if you have one sitting in your possession right now? To understand the value, we need to take a quick trip back to 1971. That year, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia produced millions of pennies. But here's the twist: they didn't mark them. That means no little letter under the date. No P, no D, no S, just a plain, unassuming Lincoln penny. Now, most of those are worth, well, 1 cent. But a very limited number were struck with a rare minting error that sent shockwaves through the collector world. These errors include misalignments, double dyes, and off-center strikes. And here's where it gets exciting. A tiny difference like a doubling of Lincoln's profile or a shifted date can skyrocket a penny's value from pocket change to a millionaire's dream. One particular 1971 no-mint mark penny recently sold for $1.4 million due to a combination of a rare double die error and near-flawless condition. That's not hype, that's history. Let that sink in for a second. A coin you could have dismissed as scrap might just be your winning lottery ticket. And unlike the lottery, this isn't about luck, it's about awareness. Collectors are hunting these coins aggressively. Auction houses are seeing record-breaking bids. And the value? Only going up. So the question is, are you sitting on a $1.4 million payday without even knowing it? When was the last time you actually looked at your pennies? Be honest. You probably tossed one into a tip jar and thought, it's just a penny. Well, congratulations, you may have tipped someone with a down payment on a luxury car. Ouch. But don't worry, now that you're here, you're one step closer to never letting that happen again. So, how do you identify this jackpot coin? First, check the date, 1971. Then, make sure there's no mint mark under the year, no D, no S. After that, inspect the coin carefully for any doubling on Lincoln's face, the date, or the words. In God we trust. Even a subtle doubling could be worth thousands, if not millions. Condition matters too. Coins with minimal wear, original luster, and no scratches are valued highest. If you find one that fits the bill, don't spend it, protect it, and get it authenticated by a trusted coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Demand for this coin is skyrocketing. Collectors across the world are competing to own one, and prices are only climbing. And you, yes you, could be the next person to make headlines by cashing in on a penny that's been hiding in plain sight. But you have to act. Time is your biggest enemy here. As more people start digging through their collections, the market could shift. Don't be the one who hears about this opportunity too late. Now, imagine telling your friends, I turned a 1-cent coin into $1.4 million. Their jaws will hit the floor. But more importantly, you'll have proven that wealth can come from the most unexpected places, and sometimes it's hiding right in your pocket. Before we wrap up, I'll leave you with this. What other forgotten treasures are hiding in your home? What other pennies, nickels, or dimes could be the key to your dream lifestyle? We're just scratching the surface, and in our next video, we'll reveal another Lincoln penny that's even more rare and even more valuable. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the next coin we reveal might just make you a millionaire overnight. This isn't just coin collecting, this is your new wealth building strategy. Don't wait. Don't doubt. Your $1 million penny is waiting. Well, what if I told you that there's a 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny out there, right now, sitting in someone's old jar, tucked away in a dusty drawer, and it's worth a staggering $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny. 1 cent worth more than most people's houses. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might just be the one who owns it. Let's rewind for a second. It's 1978. Disco is booming, the economy is shifting, and millions of pennies are rolling off the presses at the US Mint. But in the middle of this mass production, something slipped through the cracks. A small handful of Lincoln pennies were struck without a mint mark, a subtle detail that would become their golden ticket into numismatic history. This wasn't just a minor error. This was a blip in a system that was designed to be flawless, and collectors love nothing more than a rare mistake. Now here's where the story gets thrilling. Most people ignore coins from the late 70s, assuming they're common and worthless. But this particular 1978 penny? It's anything but ordinary. Experts have confirmed that only a few of these no-mint mark errors exist in pristine condition. And what makes it even more electrifying is that this coin, when in top grade and holding that rare flaw, is now trading at a jaw-dropping market value of $1.5 million. That's not a typo. That's real. Verified. Life-changing, you may be asking. How could I possibly have one of these? Here's the thing, these coins weren't made to be famous. They weren't announced. They weren't publicized. They were quietly slipped into circulation, and the only way to find one is to look. Every day, ordinary people just like you are discovering rare coins in old jars, change trays, or inherited boxes. One viewer of ours, let's call him Jim, found a rare penny while cleaning out his grandfather's garage. That coin is now insured for over $1 million. Imagine the shock, the excitement, the sheer awe. That could be you. But here's a pattern interrupt. Let's lighten the mood for a second. Imagine going to Starbucks, handing the barista your rare 1978 no-mint mark penny, and unknowingly buying a $5 coffee with $1.5 million. Talk about the most expensive latte in history. Now that would be a regretful sip. Alright, let's dive into the anatomy of this coin. The no-mint mark usually signifies that it was struck in Philadelphia. However, in 1978, Philadelphia did not consistently mark its coins, making things a bit trickier. The key, though, is the condition. Only those that have survived a near-mint, untouched brilliance are seeing those multi-million-dollar valuations. That's why coin preservation isn't just a hobby, it's a legacy investment. Here's the emotional heartbeat of this story. Too many families unknowingly spend away these coins. The fear of not checking. The regret of missing out. That haunting feeling of, what if? But imagine flipping that narrative. Imagine being the one who checks their stash, who spots the missing mint mark, who takes action. This coin represents more than a monetary value. It represents opportunity, legacy, and financial freedom. You may feel a surge of urgency right now. And that's good. That means your instincts are telling you something important. With demand for these rare pennies skyrocketing and collectors scrambling to complete their sets, the window of opportunity is narrowing. The longer you wait, the fewer there are left to be found. And with prices only climbing, today's $1.5 million could be tomorrow's $2 million. Time, in the world of rare coins, is not your friend, it's your competitor. But we're not done yet. Let me hit you with a cliffhanger. There's a twist to this 1978 no-mint mark story that could unlock even more value. And no, it's not just the error. It's what's hiding within the copper. In upcoming videos, we'll explore how certain varieties of this penny may also contain doubling, off-center strikes, and even composition anomalies that could push their worth into the stratosphere. You don't want to miss what's coming next. So now, ask yourself, do you have an old coin jar? Have you inherited a collection? Have you dismissed a box of pennies because you assumed they were worthless? This is your wake-up call. The market is hot. The buyers are out there. And this 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just rare, it's in demand like never before. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this. Wealth doesn't always come in stacks of $100 bills or Wall Street investments. Sometimes it hides in the most unexpected places, like a humble penny that holds $1 million secret. So start looking. Start searching. Because someone out there is going to find that coin, and it might as well be you. If you found this video eye-opening, subscribe now for more insights into hidden coin treasures, smart selling strategies, and millionaire-making discoveries. Drop a comment if you're checking your collection tonight. I'll be reading. And don't forget, every coin has a story. But only the rarest ones rewrite yours. Welcome to the world of the 1973 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny coin, a true underdog in the world of rare collectibles, now making waves in the numismatic market. Let's be honest, most people overlook pennies. They get tossed in drawers, left in car cup holders, or forgotten in jars. But not you. You're here because you understand there's something special about coins, something that most of the world misses. You're about to learn the story of a penny so rare, so full of mystery and value, that even seasoned collectors are scrambling to find one. This is not just a coin. It's a golden ticket disguised as copper. And it could be hiding right under your nose. The 1973 D. Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, was supposed to be just another ordinary coin in circulation. But something remarkable happened that year. Something that turned a routine minting operation into a numismatic legend. A small batch of these pennies left the mint with extraordinary errors, some with double dies, others with off-center strikes or misaligned mint marks. These weren't mistakes. These were miracles in metal. Now, let's reset for a second. Ever seen someone skip over a penny on the sidewalk? Next time, you might want to chase it down like it's $100 bill in disguise. Because here's the kicker: one of these 1973 era coins, found in near perfect condition, recently commanded $1.6 million at auction. Yes, one coin. One penny. One life-changing moment, and this is no fluke. The demand for rare Lincoln pennies has skyrocketed in recent years. With economic uncertainty, collectors and investors alike are seeking tangible assets. And what's more tangible than a rare coin with historical and monetary value? The 1973 penny has found itself at the crossroads of rarity and high demand, and it's sparking a nationwide hunt among collectors, dealers, and fortune seekers just like you. So, what does this mean for you? It means opportunity. It means you could be just one coin away from writing your own success story. This is your invitation to start looking differently at the coins you've collected, saved, or inherited over the years. That dusty old jar in your garage? It could hold more value than your car. That childhood coin album? It might just be a vault of wealth waiting to be unlocked. But here's the emotional truth: these chances won't last forever. With every auction, with every collector entering the market, these rare coins become harder to find and even harder to afford. That's why now, right now, is the time to act. Don't wait until it's too late and you're watching someone else's story of $1 million penny on the news. Let it be your story, and if you're wondering, where do I even begin? You're in the right place. Subscribe to this channel and stay plugged in, because every week we dive deep into the coins that could be worth big money. From overlooked cents to legendary errors, we bring you the knowledge that can turn spare change into life-changing opportunities. Before we close, let me leave you with this thought: what if the coin that could change your life is already in your hands? You owe it to yourself to find out. The treasure hunt starts now. So dig into those drawers, crack open that old piggy bank, and check your coin stash. Because somewhere out there, a 1973 Lincoln penny worth $1.6 million is waiting, and it might just have your name on it. Imagine finding a copper coin so rare, so wildly valuable, that it's currently rocking the collector's market with a jaw-dropping value of $1.7 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 1976 mint mark Lincoln penny, what most people would ignore, is now making headlines as one of the most sought-after coins in America. This isn't a fantasy. This is real. And you might just have one sitting at the bottom of a jar, lost in a drawer, or buried in an old shoebox in your attic. Stick with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll discover why this coin is rewriting the rules in numismatics, how a tiny mint error turned it into a millionaire's prize, and how you can identify if your old penny is the key to unlocking a life of financial freedom. But don't blink. Some of the clues are subtle. And the opportunity? It won't last forever. Let's rewind to 1976, a year of national celebration. The United States was buzzing with patriotism during its bicentennial. Amid all this excitement, the Denver Mint was busy striking billions of coins to meet the country's growing demand. Among the sea of copper coins, a fluke occurred. A small number of Lincoln pennies bearing the D mint mark were struck with rare and unexpected errors so significant that they transformed this otherwise ordinary penny into $1 million marvel. Now pause for a second. How many times have we let fear of missing out control our decisions? Let's flip that fear into excitement, because we're not just talking about history here, we're talking about financial opportunity. And if you're over 30, sitting on a collection of old change from your childhood, your parents, or your grandparents, there's a chance you could be holding a fortune without even knowing it. Collectors and experts were stunned when one of these 1976 Lincoln pennies showed up at an auction and soared past the $1 million mark. Why? Because of a rare die error that occurred during minting, possibly a double die obverse or even a misaligned strike. In the world of coin collecting, such minting flaws are gold mines. They create unique, one-of-a-kind treasures that send wealthy buyers into bidding wars. And right now, these rare 1976 era pennies are in high demand, with collectors across the globe offering insane amounts to get their hands on them. But here's the kicker: most people don't even realize what they have. These pennies are hiding in plain sight, tucked away in old albums, forgotten change jars, or even stashed in safe deposit boxes. It's almost tragic how many people unknowingly trade these valuable coins for pennies on the dollar at local pawn shops. Would you toss $1.7 million into a Coinstar machine? Didn't think so. Have you actually looked at your 1976 penny lately? Or have you assumed it's just another worthless coin? You could be sitting on an empire and not even know it. And what's stopping you from checking right now? Quick reality check. If you're watching this and thinking, yeah, right, I've had a penny like that stuck to a gum wrapper in my car for 10 years. Then congratulations. You just might be driving around with a luxury condo's down payment wedged under your cup holder. No, really. That's how wild the coin market has gotten for these errors. But wait until you hear what one collector did when he realized he had 2 of these error coins. The story might just make your heart skip a beat, and I'll reveal that in a moment. First, let's talk about what to look for in your 1970 penny. Look closely at your 1970 Lincoln penny. Does the lettering appear doubled? Is there a subtle misalignment in the rim? Are there strange textures or blotchy metal patterns under the light? These visual clues could mean you've just hit the numismatic jackpot. Combine that with a coin in mint or near mint condition, and you're talking life-changing money. And if it's graded and authenticated by services like PCGS or NGC? Even better. Some collectors have been offered homes, cars, and 6-figure checks on the spot. The real question isn't if you have one, it's when will you find it. Because this is more than just about selling a rare coin. It's about unlocking your legacy. About turning dust-covered memories into a future filled with luxury, travel, freedom, and security. Don't be the person who almost discovered their fortune. Be the one who took action, learned the signs, and made the call. If you're ready to change your story, start today. Look through your old coin jars. Visit your childhood coin stash. And if you're unsure what you have, get it checked professionally. The demand is high, and serious buyers are ready with open wallets. But this wave won't last forever. Rare coins like this tend to disappear into private collections, never to be seen again. Before we wrap up, remember that collector I mentioned earlier? He found 2 1970 era pennies while cleaning out his late father's toolbox. He got them graded, authenticated, and walked away with $3.4 million. Just imagine what your story could be. So, don't let this chance slip through your fingers. Subscribe for more hidden coin treasures, expert insights, and millionaire maker stories. Tap that bell icon so you never miss a tip that could turn your change into serious change. Share this video with someone who might have one of these pennies lying around. Because next time, the millionaire story we tell might be yours. But believe it or not, there's one very specific Lincoln penny from 1982 that has coin collectors across the nation scrambling, and it doesn't even have a mint mark. This isn't a myth, and it's not a fantasy spun by treasure hunters. This is real. And today, we're diving deep into one of America's most astonishing coin finds, a rare 1982 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with a unique error that transformed it into a $1 million marvel. But don't blink. Because missing just one detail could mean the difference between finding fortune and accidentally spending it at the corner store for a pack of gum. Trust me, you're going to want to stay with me until the end. In 1982, something fascinating happened in the world of U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint transitioned from solid copper pennies to zinc pennies coated in copper. This shift was meant to cut costs, but it also created a window, just wide enough, for something extraordinary to slip through. Imagine this: a penny struck in 1982, with no mint mark, using the wrong metal composition. A rare transitional error. And that error? It's what makes this coin worth $1.8 million in today's collector market. Let's reset your attention for a moment. When was the last time you actually looked at the pennies in your pocket? Be honest, when you find one, you probably toss it aside, right? But that next penny could be your path to wealth. This isn't just a hobby anymore, this is a movement. Across America, everyday people are waking up to the hidden value in their change jars and cash drawers. And the 1982 no-mint mark penny has become the crown jewel of this hunt. Why? Because it combines rarity, history, and one jaw-dropping minting mistake that has made it more valuable than a luxury car, or even a small home. Now here's where it gets even more thrilling. Most 1982 pennies were either copper or zinc, but the valuable ones are copper coins with no mint mark. These pennies were struck in Philadelphia, and due to a rushed transition, a very small number of copper planchets made it through undetected. The result? A coin that looks ordinary, but holds extraordinary value. And finding one today is like discovering gold buried in your own backyard. Here's the part you don't want to miss. There are still unclaimed 1982 no-mint mark copper pennies out there. Every month, stories surface of people who find rare coins tucked away in old cigar boxes, inherited coin albums, or even inside old vending machines. One man in Texas sold his coin at auction for a life-changing amount. Another family in Ohio found one in a coin collection left behind by their grandfather, and instantly entered the world of high-end collectors. Don't just hope. Go look. Check your change, open those old piggy banks, revisit that coin jar gathering dust in your garage. Because this coin is in high demand, and collectors are offering top dollar for authenticated examples. The market is hot. The opportunity is real. And the time to act is now. There's nothing quite like the thrill of discovering something of immense value that was hiding in plain sight. Before we go, here's a thought to ponder. What if the coin that changes your financial future is already in your possession? What if you've held it in your hand 1,000 times, and never knew it, and that's why you absolutely must hit that subscribe button right now, because in this channel, we're not just talking about coins, we're uncovering hidden fortunes and helping you unlock the life of wealth, freedom, and legacy that you deserve. More rare coin alerts, coin selling strategies, and millionaire coin stories are on the way. Don't miss them.